Hello, and welcome. Did you know that some of the most successful people in the world consider themselves introverts too? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we are diving into the art of networking when you are an introvert in a fun and comfortable way that will leave you smiling. I am so happy you joined me, and I promise we are going to keep things positive, relaxed, and full of bright ideas. The first thing to understand is that being introverted isn't a networking disadvantage. It's actually a hidden superpower. Introverts typically possess exceptional observation skills, listening abilities, and talent for meaningful, one-on-one conversations. Think of yourself as a social detective, using these natural abilities to notice subtle cues and find perfect moments to engage. These qualities often lead to deeper, more meaningful professional relationships than surface-level interactions. Preparation becomes your best friend in networking situations. Before attending any event, research the participants, organizations, or discussion topics. Having prepared questions removes the pressure of thinking on your feet. For instance, at a career fair, you might research companies beforehand and prepare specific questions about their internship programs or growth opportunities. This preparation helps you feel more confident and gives you clear conversation starting points. Finding your personal networking style is crucial. If large conferences feel overwhelming, opt for smaller gatherings or online communities. Virtual networking can be particularly appealing for introverts, allowing connection from a comfortable environment. When attending larger events, it's perfectly acceptable to take breaks or partner with a colleague for moral support. Some find success in arriving early when crowds are smaller and energy levels are fresh. Let's talk about breaking the ice. Environment-based conversation starters work wonders. At a workshop, you might say, "I found the speaker's points about social media marketing fascinating. What stood out to you?" This approach puts the spotlight on the other person, letting you utilize your natural listening skills. Starting with curiosity allows conversations to flow naturally and takes pressure off you to dominate the discussion. Your ability to listen deeply and notice details gives you a unique advantage in building deeper connections. Pay attention to shared interests or experiences that can create genuine bonds. Remember, you don't need to transform into an extrovert. Authenticity is magnetic, and people appreciate sincere interaction more than forced enthusiasm. Use your natural tendency to observe and reflect to ask thoughtful follow-up questions. In today's digital age, social media provides an excellent networking avenue for introverts. Platforms like LinkedIn offer opportunities to connect at your own pace. When reaching out online, personalization is key. Instead of sending generic connection requests, include a thoughtful note. "Your recent post about team-building strategies really resonated with me. I'd love to connect and learn more about your approach." This shows genuine interest and sets the foundation for meaningful interaction. Quality over quantity should be your mantra. While others might boast about collecting hundreds of business cards, focus on making a few meaningful connections. One genuine conversation that leads to a lasting professional relationship is worth more than 50 superficial exchanges. This approach aligns perfectly with introverted tendencies toward deeper, more meaningful interactions. Following up is crucial, but doesn't have to be complicated. Within a day or two of meeting someone, send a friendly message referencing your conversation. Something like, "I really enjoyed discussing project management tools yesterday. Would love to hear more about your experience with that software." Don't stress if you don't get an immediate response. People get busy, and a polite follow-up is usually appreciated. This consistent follow-through helps maintain and strengthen professional relationships over time. Consider creating your own networking opportunities. Organizing small gatherings around shared interests, like book discussions or coffee meetups, puts you in control of the environment and attracts like-minded individuals who might also prefer more intimate settings. These self-created events can be tailored to your comfort level while still providing valuable networking opportunities. Remember that imperfection is part of the process. Everyone, regardless of personality type, has awkward moments or forgets their carefully planned comments. The key is to keep showing up and learning from each experience. Most people are too focused on their own presentations to notice if you stumble over words or take a moment to gather your thoughts. Embrace these moments as natural parts of growth. Your introverted qualities can be powerful assets in networking. The ability to listen deeply, observe carefully, and form genuine connections often leads to more meaningful professional relationships than surface-level charm. Take small steps outside your comfort zone, practice regularly, and trust that your natural strengths will serve you well in building your professional network. As you develop your networking style, remember that success isn't measured by how many hands you shake or business cards you collect, but by the quality of connections you build. Your thoughtful, authentic approach to professional relationships can create lasting impact and open doors to meaningful opportunities. Focus on gradual progress and celebrate small wins along the way. With practice, you'll discover that networking doesn't require you to change who you are. It's about leveraging your natural strengths in ways that feel genuine and comfortable. Keep showing up, stay true to yourself, and watch as your professional network grows naturally and sustainably. Your unique perspective and ability to form deep connections will become invaluable assets in your professional journey. Alright, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more tips to improve your English. And hey, if you want to take your learning to the next level, check out the books I've linked in the description. These are some of the best resources to boost your vocabulary, grammar, and confidence in English. Blast off!